And they actually DM'd me, like, just like, hey, can you take the boss linked? Hey, welcome back to the channel. All right, it's time for War 9 of the season for Loki. We lost our last one, knocked us down to 3rd place total in Masters. And now we're up against MIBR, an excellent war alliance. We've got 5 fights for you. Very excited to get into this. This is an incredibly close war. So I actually had no fights in section 1, lots of action in section 2, and then Boss Island. So let's go ahead and jump to it. This is going to be this Peni Parker. Showing you the score. This is how close this war is and was all the way through. I love this. This is why I love war. I love going up against matchups like this. So we've got this Peni Parker. It's on Spite, Rise to Power. You've seen me take Peni Parker in a variety of nodes this season. Don't think we've done this one exactly, but doing it, it's experience, right? It's so helpful. Also, I got to tell you, I was on my game today. I could feel it. I knew it. It's just, you know how you have those days. So we're going to go in. We're going to let Miguel handle Spite and the Rise to Power. We knock her down, and look, she's losing power when she hits us. Look at this. Oh, well, I dex to lengthen the timers, to delay the timer there on my debuffs. And I'm just going to hit into her block as much as possible. Let the ruptures do the damage for me. There we go. You can see it. We're going to punish her heavy. If I remember correctly, we're going to punish her SP1 with the heavy there. Hit into her block when we can. It's really just a beautiful thing. If she was just super passive, we could probably even do this without her even getting a bar of power. It might take a little bit longer, and that wasn't my goal necessarily. But you can see Miguel is just totally handling this fight for me. I think we're going to punish with the heavy again here. Like I said, I was just on my game. I felt really good about the spacing. I know the animations of these champions, so all is good. We've knocked her Sync Shield down now, so we're going to go in for the SP2. I don't think this one ends it, if I remember correctly. Yeah, pretty darn close, though. Pretty darn close. And then the ruptures. She is dead. Bye, Peni. See you later. Adios, right? So there we go. All right, let's move on to the next one. Against Sauron. I actually took my Nimrod to Sig 100 today, or the day of the war. He might be in my rank 4. I really like him. I'm going to talk a little about him and Omega Sentinel here in an upcoming video, probably tomorrow. Tomorrow being Thursday. All right, so we're going to come in here. Sauron can do really bad, nasty things too if he gets too much prowess. So we're going to end our combo in a light there, so we can move into, I believe it's the Blitz protocol, and that's what's just going to make all of those delicious prowess into Nimrod food. Remember, I've been telling you this for months now, for a long time. I pulled Nimrod early and I was like, he is amazing. He is not just good against mutants. Anything that's got a heal duration or prowess ramps him up. He is very much like Torch in that way, where Torch is not just good against mystics, he's also good against energy damage. Nimrod is not just good against mystics, mutants, he is also great against anything that has healing, that has a duration, or any of these prowess that we're seeing. A lot of that is in mutants, but it's also elsewhere. It's also in nodes. So you can see we've pretty much just turned Sauron off. I'm not even trying to get fancy with anything. I'm just going to either stay in that Blitz protocol, which is the orange one, or the Eradicate, which is the purple, which you get when you throw a special with 10 protocol charges. We got it right there. I've now taken him up to Sig 100, so everything's just hitting harder. It's lasting longer. Oh, he's just absolutely delicious. I love that robot. I love that robot. All right, now moving on to this fight against Mojo. I did this just in one clean sweep here. I'm not going to rush it. In a war this close, even a fight that I know, I know this like the back of my hand, right? Even in a fight like this, I'm not going to rush it. What if something goes wrong? What if there's a missed input? What if my puppy wants my attention, which has happened, I think, 3 times this season? You just never know. So we're going to go in and, the landing the heavy is nice, right? Because you land that exhaustion, which is just helping you even more with the ability power rate. I like to play this aggressively if I can. And then we do need to pause those debuffs. We do that. See, there you go. That's why I wanted to make sure I got the indestructible on, because mistakes can happen. They can happen. I was waiting out the SP2 indestructible that Mojo gets when you get to your SP2. He's going to get to it again here. We'll make sure we don't throw that right away. It's a pretty common mistake, or an easy mistake to make anyways. And this SP2 should end it. No, it didn't, Miguel. Jeez, man. I just remember these fights going so well. So maybe we're going to end it with the SP1. I thought I did end it with the special. Yeah, there we go. So that was really nice. I mean, it's really smooth. You're seeing how experience getting those on, how much that's helpful. So Really, really helpful for that. And now moving on. Now look at the score of this. I think for me, the fight I'm most just autopilot on in all of the map is Mangog on this node when I have Miguel with the anti-venom synergy. It's just, I put in the indestructible boost, I just autopilot. The score was this close, and they actually DM'd me. Like, just like, hey, can you take the boss linked? Because it'll help us get the global down. We've got some pretty tough fights, and this global is rough, especially for some of these fights that players like Mad Cat and TJ were taking this war. Holy cow, did these guys own it? And I was like, yeah, absolutely I can. It's a brute force link, it'll work. And I was just so excited. I was playing well. This is a great matchup. This is what I love about war. And so I was just like, yeah, bam, I'm in, boss. Like, whatever you need, Lizer, I'm doing it. So we head in. Fortunately, I do remember to put on the indestructible boost. I feel like that's a way this fight can go sideways, even for a very good player who's done it a lot with a rank 4 Spider-Man. Remember, in all these fights, guys, I have a rank 4. So when I'm talking about, I don't want to make any fight sound easy, but when I'm talking about, I have a rank 4 6200 Spider-Man. So if you're going on with your 565, like a recent commenter commented on a video, is like, hey, I timed out to a Nimrod boss with my 565 Spider-Man. I'm like, okay, that's amazing though. You took off 80% of the health. I'm taking off the whole thing. I have a rank 4 6200. Those are very, very different scenarios. So keep that stuff in mind when you're watching this stuff. All right. So here we go. So the whole plan here, the way this fight, in my opinion, could go sideways is if you lose your Wither, or he gets to that SP2 and just, it's unblockable, he knocks you down, or if he gets to his SP3, it can happen. I've seen it happen to very good players. So you really want to do what you can to pause that Wither debuff there by getting the Dex. Dex timing felt great, by the way. I just was on my game. And then also, I was so excited, I almost forgot about the global. I think it was right around here, where I was like, oh my goodness, I have just been attacking in. Oh, right there, you saw it. I should not have made that mistake. It wouldn't have ruined me, even if he had gone unstoppable. He doesn't have a bar of power, but I would have cost me some items. So, you know, try not to let your excitement make you forget stuff that you know you should know. Fortunately, there I did it again. He could have gone unstoppable. I know at some point I remembered. Maybe it was there, hopefully. But you see the ruptures are doing the work they're supposed to do. We're already almost at our second bar of power here. I even threw 5-hit combos in this one, which again, I remembered. You should not do that. You don't want to 5-hit combo Mangog, because it's going to help him get his rage stacks or whatever. But there you go. Through that SP2. And then he's down. And then now we're going to fight another Nimrod. If you've watched my channel at all the last couple of months, you've seen this fight before, but here's some really cool stuff, and I want to show you. Remember, the war was still absurdly close. I actually didn't have enough energy. I DM'd Lizer, and I was like, can you move up? Is that possible? So she got that down, and so I was just like, hey, thanks, boss. I know everyone's watching. A lot of people need to clear. Mad Cat, I think, was taking like his 40th fight of this war, and I needed to get some nodes down for him. So I switched over to the recoil tree, right? Because Miguel, it takes 75% reduced damage from all sources when he is up against an opponent who has True Strike. It's part of what made me think he was maybe going to be a defender in the beginning. I was like, oh, well, he's kind of like maybe an anti-Corvus type situation. So we're going to go in for this fight. I don't want to make it sound tougher than it is, right? We've been over this. This is a rank 4 6200 Miguel. But there was some pressure. There was a lot of like, okay, I'm the one talking about how it would take a cascading waterfall series of mistakes to die to this fight. Let's not do that now, especially when my alliance, we're tied up. We really want to win this war. We're going up against tough opponents. We don't know exactly how well they're going to finish off the map here. I want to get this down, get my boy Mad Cat unlinked so we can finish this off. So here we go. Playing very, very aggressively. I like that. I mean, when you have 75% reduced damage from all sources and you're actually healing from the recoil tree masteries, you can play very, very aggressive. So that's what you're seeing here. You see, I even evaded some SP1s. Like I said, I just was on it today. I felt good. You don't even need to do that. You might as well just block them. But I was on it. I was having a good time. I wanted to punish if I could. I'm going to make a mistake at some point. I remember my health bar gets down, I think, to like 60%, which was one too many cascading events of failure, in my opinion. Right there. No, I know it happens at some point. We've got the nice slow up, right? And if in case you haven't seen one of these videos before, you know, or we just need to hear things multiple times, in these boss fights, there it is. I got hit by that. So that's where the shock did its damage. And I was like, okay, don't let that happen a lot. But in these longer boss fights, always get that slow up. With the anti-venom synergy, you're starting the fight off with a wither on the defender. A SIG 200 Spider-Man has, I think it's plus 25% increased combat power rate. That's why sometimes you'll see me even on these fights like laugh off taking some hits. It's because I'm getting plus 25% combat power rate, and I'm going to heal back up. I'm just going to get to that SP3, get my slow. It's a 25-second slow, meaning every time I pause it, it's just going to last even longer. You see how long we've had this slow up. So all these unstoppables from Nimrod don't even matter. You see I'm dexing part of his SP1. Just feeling good, feeling in the flow, really enjoying the game. Everything I love about War, tough matchups, feeling like you have a role. Honestly, I don't care if I take 3 fights or 14. 14 is a lot, actually, but I want to play a role. I want to help my alliance somehow, whether it's getting people clear, taking a tough fight, having an option like Miguel for these boss fights that can kind of trivialize some of them. I enjoy it, and competing against people who are going as best as they can in these wars. It's just fun. This is what I enjoy. This is one of my favorite things in the whole game. So we're gonna finish off this Nimrod here. Obviously the slow fell off, so not the cleanest boss solo you've seen from me, but we got him down. That's all that really matters at the end of the day. Got Mad Cat clear. Amazing war. I mean, the whole BG played amazing, but amazing war from Mad Cat and of course TJ. I mean, Carl, Psycho Billy, like so many people. Look at this. I love this BG and the support everyone shows for each other. Lizer, so many people took so many difficult fights, whether it was 1 or no joke. I think Mad Cat actually had 11. Everyone's playing a role. Legacy, of course, right? I mean, geez, Panda Man Pete, Enzo. Now, here's the score. I woke up the next morning and here's the score. We have 147 attacker kills to 119. We're obviously winning. We feel good about this margin, but my BG has not died yet. And PPG has 3 fights left. That's all that's left for all of 4 Loki and for my BG. My BG has not had a donut yet. Lizer's put out great plans, but stuff's just happened. I've had deaths. I mean, like, it just happened. The guy's got 3 fights left. Everyone in the Alliance is watching this. Not only can he clinch the donut, but he can clinch the victory for us. And what does he do? What does he do? I mean, tremendous pressure on that, right? And boom, the dude clears all 3 of them. Awesome job, PPG. That was so cool to watch. I actually went out and got donuts that morning, a few minutes afterwards. It's just so exciting. Congratulations to our MVPs. Great matchup with Made in Brazil. Awesome alliance full of very talented players. But as I mentioned multiple times, Mad Cat just crushed it. He's been crushing it for a long time now. Wheeler, Ares of God of War, longtime friend of mine. So much fun we are having in For Loki. I hope you're enjoying this too. We'll go ahead and check out the season stats. All right, season stats. We always say the most important one is For Loki. 8-1, feeling good. We're back up in 2nd place. 3 fights left. So pumped up for the end of the season. 51 kills, 4 deaths. Ratio is getting better. No deaths. That means it's improving. 5 boss solos. All Miguel all the time on this channel, apparently, with war videos and boss solos. 8 total champions, feeling good about that, getting to use the diversity of my roster. Also felt good to use Nimrod again and really just own something, help that guy clean up his record. He deserves a better record than I've given him this season. Still only 3 defender kills. It is what it is. Our defense is doing just fine. As you can see, Miguel is still cleaning up the map. He's taking advantage. He's just that good. It feels good to have a role. I'm glad that's my role because rank 4, SIG 200, Spider-Man 99 is pretty awesome. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know how your season's going. I hope you're enjoying following For Loki as a whole this season. I know you're enjoying the videos, and I really, as always, do appreciate the views and the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.